Does she seem disinterested? Does she seem like she's checked out the relationship? It's probably because she is. In episode number 198, we talking about it. Why she seems like she's checked out mentally before she checked out physically. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Making a Case. We're on episode number 198. Yes, we're very close to episode 200, man. I'm your host, Dr. Jacob Isom. We got two channel norms over here. One, we take points and not people. And then two, we don't do all that cussing and derogatory stuff. We keep it professional over here, all right? We're talking about why, in this episode, why she checks out mentally before she checks out physically. Okay. Now, we have to understand men and women are very different. I think we know this by now. So a woman will try to make it work. I will give women credit for this. She would try to make a woman relationship work because she's in it for the long haul, right? She wants it to work out, right? But she understands she's going to reach a limit where that she's not going to put up with things no more. And when she reaches that limit, she will still stay. But unfortunately, she will open up to the best suitor. Yes, she will monkey branch. And for those of you who don't understand what monkey branch means, it means that, well, while you're still in a relationship, you kind of trying to position yourself for the next one. All right. Women are good at monkey branching. Men do it as well, but you know, a man would literally just move on very quickly to another relationship without kind of prolonging it. But so, yes, a woman will flirt with another man. She'll, engage with another man emotionally, mentally, before she even go that route on the physical level. Okay, it's because she really feel bad about doing it, but you know, not bad enough to not do it. Let's just say that, right? But she's checked out of the relationship. And men have a different checkout, but we're not talking about men in this episode. We're talking about how women actually check out mentally and emotionally before they move on physically. So if a woman gets to that point where she's physical with another man outside our relationship, she's already get to a point where she's done. Right? She's tried everything. She exhausted her options. She's did all she could did. She feel like she's gave all she can give, and she's done. Right? So that's what we're talking about in this episode. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and get into our first clip, and let's have the conversation. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Mentally before they leave physically. A man can think he has her on lock while laying next to her every night, but her mind is elsewhere. And it's not like she didn't try. She gave her all in the relationship and was very patient with you. And she verbalized what she wasn't happy about, and you refused to work on it. She was sticking around because of that little bit of hope that you might change and do better. But best believe she already checked out mentally. And once you lose her mind, the body soon follows. Women leave mentally before they leave.
To be honest with you, I've come across a couple of this young man clips. I'm not sure what his name is. I need to find out so I can give him credit. But um, he's right, even though I think he kind of panders a little bit. I'm just keeping it real. But he's absolutely right though. A woman will really try very hard and give things a chance. And like you said, she'll lay next to you and she'll be thinking about somebody else. Or she'll be thinking about how much she can't stand you and how she don't understand why she's still in a relationship. Right. So emotionally and mentally she's going through it, right? And the thing about it, this can last for weeks, months. I don't want to say years, but possibly close to a year, maybe a year, right? Because people can only put up with so much, right? So um women definitely have a habit of doing this more so than men do. All right. So let's get into the next clip.
On the situation, because especially for women, right, we tend to leave the relationship mentally way before we leave physically. So when we meet someone else, right, sometimes some people can be like, damn, that was so quick, but mentally we were checked out a long time ago. Is it right? No.
And it's very hurtful.
And yeah, but I'm sure what you did throughout the relationship was very hurtful as well. I think it all depends on the situation.
And there you go, as they say from the horse's mouth, right? Women understand they be checked out well before they leave, which, because the gentleman said, which is hurtful. I don't know if I agree with that, right? Because at this point, I'm on a woman's side, right? If she tried to make it work, if only and if she actually communicated and let the man know what it is she's unhappy with, what it is that need to be changed in order for her to feel comfortable, in order for her to feel safe, and it still continues, then I mean, can you blame her, right, for it? So, yes, as I say, women are checked out of the relationship well before they leave the relationship, which to me is a benefit to the woman because she's really giving it a chance, right? And like I said, men typically is like, deuces, I'm out. Okay, because we really don't like to put up with too much stuff, particularly if it's something that go against our standards, our morals, and things of that nature. So, but no, I'm actually, 100% on board when it comes to making a case of why women actually do what they do in this regard. I'm actually with it. Okay. So let's get into the next clip.
Checked out when she loosens that leash up on you all the way. And what I mean by that is when you get into a relationship, women are typically head first, all in, you're the center of my universe type of situation. So she wants to know where you're going. She wants to know who's there. She wants to know how long you're going to be there. If you stay a little later than you're supposed to be, she's blowing your phone up. Hey, where are you at? Is everything okay? It's that type of thing. Like they want to be up under you. They want to be tied to you like glue. Like it literally hurts them for you to leave them regardless. Y'all could have spent all weekend together. And you say, yeah, baby, on Sunday night, I know we done spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning together, but Sunday night going out with the guys, they'll still kind of catch an attitude about that. But once a woman checks out, that leash loosens all the way up. Oh, geez, so I'm going out with the guy. Oh, okay, go ahead. And you don't hear from her all night. You'll know that she's checked out when she loosens.
I agree with what he's saying. Like, when a woman is really feeling you and digging you, like, man, she wants to be around you. She wants your attention. She wants your affection, right? She wants to, do everything with you, right? But once she's not feeling you the way she used to feel you, she's checked out emotionally, then it's like, all right, I need my space. I'm doing this. I got this going on, right? So you start hearing more, I don't want to say excuses, but it's kind of what it is, right? Because really, she don't want to tell you the truth. And the truth is that you've hurt her so much and done so many things to her that, she know that the end is coming soon, right? And it's going to take a miracle to get back in her good graces. But to be honest with you, it's over. All right. So that's when fellas, and this is for the fellas, that's when you know that your girl is really not feeling you the way she used to feel you, right? And to be honest with you, it kind of is your fault, right? Because for a woman to get to this point and this level, you've really had to screw it up and mess up a lot. All right. So kind of is what it is. Again, to our last clip, and we're gonna wrap things up.
Mud, don't ever think for a second that she won't leave you. Don't you think for a second that she won't leave you. Let me tell you how women move. We will leave emotionally and mentally before we leave physically, before we remove our presence. If she is crying and wondering where you're at and wondering why you're doing this and that, you still got her. But if she's no longer crying, she ain't pressed about what you got going on. She's not upset when you turn her phone upside down. She's not asking why you coming home so late. She's not wondering why you go in the other room to talk on the phone. She's not worried about it. Oh, yeah, you lost her. It's just a matter of time before she leaves physically. Trust me. If you're taking your
and I gotta clear this up and clean this up right now, because when I say physically, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about literally she's gone. Right. So once again, you see from a woman's point of view that, well, if she's harping on certain things, she's into you, right? And I'm speaking from experience, right? If a woman is nagging you or like want to talk about things with you, she's really into you and feeling you. Once she don't want to talk about things, then it's over, right? Like, and it's not that she got somebody else, right? It's not that she having sex with somebody else. It's the fact that she's done. She don't want to put no more energy into the relationship, right? So now I will say this. Could it be the fact that yes, she's in her feelings, she going through her emotions, but a lot of times that she's probably in her feelings and dealing with things mentally because it is something legit that she sees or she's going through with you. We just got to be real, right? So pay attention, fellas. Like, I always say, if you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, you have to understand a woman and know what comes with it, right? And that's a whole nother video we'll touch on another time. But please understand that if she getting fed up, more than likely she getting fed up for a good reason. All right. All of it is not BS. All of it is not delusional and just made up, right? And I must admit, sometimes it can be, but all of it is not. Right. So, all right, man. I thought this was a great conversation. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate my new subscribers. Please, 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 if you're watching this, please subscribe. Hey, it helps us get in the algorithm and all that good stuff. All right. So, without further ado, I am you, you are me. Love always, love eternal. Remember, the worst thing you can do is lie to yourself, and we are out. Deuces. One love.